Hello and welcome to class. So today we will be talking about building a content calendar. Now, when it comes to social media marketing, content is key. Content is everything. I'm sure you've heard the sentence before, content is king. This is especially true when it comes to social media marketing. So um, a content calendar is what aids consistency because everything about social media is staying consistent, right? Maintaining a good strategy and staying consistent with it. So building a content calendar is one of the biggest steps towards achieving that goal. So while you are working on pushing showing up every day, also need to maintain the quality of the content that you put out there. And the only way you can achieve that is when you properly plan towards it. So planning is everything when it comes to, you know, building a content strategy or a content calendar. And this enables you to align your marketing goals with whatever content that you're putting out. So, without further ado, let's go straight into it. So, what are the steps in creating a content calendar? So, before creating a content calendar, you need to have a few things in mind that you need to note to enable a seamless process, right? So, I'm going to be showing you, or we're going to be doing it together, the calendar together, and I'm going to be discussing with you what are the steps you need to know before creating your content calendar. So, number one step is defining your goals. So, before you dive into creating a content calendar, obviously you are creating this content calendar for a particular brand, right? So, that brand, you need to tailor it towards whatever the brand needs. What are the goals of the brand? Do they want to gain awareness? Do they want to gain engagement? Or do they need conversions? Do they need people to actually purchase or buy, right? Do they need leads? So you need to figure out what the goal of that brand is at that given point before you create the content calendar, because this will affect the kind of content that you put out and the kind of message that you want to speak or you want your viewers or your audience to hear. So define your goals. Secondly, you need to choose your channels. What are the channels you're using? Are you going to be using your website? Are you going to be using email marketing? Are you going to be using social media? You have to pick your channels. Are you using Facebook? Are you using Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter? Now, one thing you should notice is that every platform has it, its own way of working, right? So the strategy you use for Instagram is definitely not the same strategy you're going to use for LinkedIn, and it's definitely not the same strategy you're going to use for X, which is Twitter. So seeing that for instance, X is more of a writing, it's more of a text-based platform compared to Instagram. Instagram is a video-based platform, right? So you cannot create a strategy for Instagram and for instance, you want to be pushing out videos and then you use that same strategy for X, which is more of a text-based platform, and you expect it to work. It's not going to work. So you have to choose your channels and they'll guide you into what strategy you're going to use. So, thirdly, you need to brainstorm content ideas. Now, I'm very big on writing. So, writing is key when it comes to whatever content. When it comes to content, right, you need to always write down because we always have ideas, but sometimes we forget these ideas, right? So whatever ideas you have, you need to brainstorm, then write them down. Now, some of the platforms you can get ideas from, I mean, ideas are everywhere, especially on the internet. So Instagram, being on Instagram alone, you have tons of ideas on Instagram. Like scrolling through your For You page alone is you have tons of ideas, things that you can actually like implement for your own brand, right? There are different ideas just by scrolling through. Obviously, not everything on the internet is going to align with whatever brand that you're working with, but yeah, you can get ideas from social media. Just search. And then you can search for competitors. What are your competitors doing? You can look through and see how you can refine that and put it as your own into your own strategy, right? So another place you can find ideas from, when it comes to especially when it comes to design ideas, for instance, is Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is, for me, this is where you get a whole lot of quality ideas from, right? And excuse me. So Pinterest, you get to see a lot of ideas. Like there's literally nothing you search on Pinterest that you will not find an idea for. So come to Pinterest, whatever it is for, if you're looking for your graphics, you're looking for flyer idea, if you're looking for Instagram feed ideas, if you're looking for blog, anything, Pinterest is that platform that you can use. All right. Number four is outlining your content plan. Now, your content plan is those things that are going to be on your content calendar, right? For instance, your content description, what your content is about, that's your content description. Your content type, is it going to be a graphics post? Is it going to be a video? Is it a blog post? Whatever it is, then your deadline. When do I need this content to be ready? Your deadline, your script, your captions, these are all content plans. So you need to outline it, list it out, write it out because this is what is going to guide you towards developing your content calendar. And then you select your tool. There are different tools you need to create you can use to create a content calendar rather. And there's Google Spreadsheets, you can use Trello, you can use Notion, right? But for our own case study, we're going to be using Google Spreadsheets. So lastly, develop a posting schedule. Now, the posting schedule is determining if you need to post 4 times a week, 5 times a week, 6, 7 times a week, or more. Like you just need to have a plan on how the frequency of your posting. Like, is it going to be however number it is, you need to write that down because that's also going to guide you towards building your content calendar. Now, let's go straight into it.